Здравейте и добре дошли в поредното разиграване на Люси Dreaming. Продължаваме директно, откъдето спряхме предното епизодче.
My favorite dungarees.
Да се привлечем и да отидем в
I think my membership number is HT70705.
Let me just check that for you. Here we are. Lucy, is it?
Yep, that's me.
Well remembered. Okie dokie. Let's print you out a visitor pass. There you go. Enjoy Fig Hall.
I can't wait.
Добре.
Okay. I'm an official visitor. I don't need any more help.
Добре.
I've remembered my membership number.
Oh, good for you.
Look, I've got a visitor pass.
Good for you.
Здрасти,
What would you
Даван
like
Нинджа.
to know?
Добре дошъл.
Am I permitted into the cafe now?
Of course.
Добър ти ден,
Go
как я
right on
караш?
through.
What can you tell me about Horatio Fig?
Horatio, you say? Fig always his home until he fled town and it was repossessed 10 years ago. The Heritage Trust purchased it a few years later, but hardly anything had changed since the day he left. Apart from the cafe, and the car park, and the shop, and the adventure playground.
Did his brother Fergus live here too?
No, not after their parents died. Horatio inherited the all, and Fergus got the rest of the family's land. That was what caused all the problems. Horatio never agreed with his brother's theme park. Thought it was an abomination to build something like that on the family estate.
So he killed him?
Well, the evidence certainly pointed that way. And after being interviewed by the police, he emptied the family vault and fled town. Sounds like the actions of a guilty man to me.
Браво, бе, Нив. Голяма съчетовайница.
What can you tell me about Fergus Fig?
Ah, poor
Сега си почивай.
Fergus. He was a sweet boy, really. Young at heart. Nothing like his twin.
I know what that's like.
You know, I really think this whole theme park idea could have been good for this town. Such a shame.
Do you know what happened on the night he was murdered?
No one knows for sure. The police got an anonymous tip-off about the murder.
Where can I find out more about the murder?
The chief of police at the time retired a few years ago. He spent years trying to track Horatio down. It was his obsession, and it took a toll on his marriage. He ended up moving to the other side of the world.
Australia?
Hull.
I don't fancy
Cool.
a trip to Hull.
I don't blame you. You could try talking to the arresting officer instead. A nice young American chap. He arrived in Figgington 10 years ago with a head full of dreams.
Къде ще
I
го
know what
намерим
that's
него?
like.
He left the
Пръчната ли?
force last year to follow his lifelong ambition to be a dining critic. He might be able to point you in the right direction.
Имаш там.
Perfect. Where can I find him?
Do you know the Ferret's Head pub
Да,
in the town
кръчмата.
centre? It should be opening for lunch about now, and he never misses a chance to critique their pie of the day.
Thank you. I'll see if I can track him down.
Добре, така.
What happened to Horatio and Fergus's parents?
A tragic set of circumstances. According to my sources, their mother Lucille Fig died of consumption. Quite literally, in fact. She was eaten by one of the family's pet leopards. Sadly, their father,
Аз си мислех, че е умрял от
Archibald,
алкохолизъм, а
met
то
his
наистина
demise
някой е
at his
изял.
wife's funeral.
О,
At
боже
the
мой.
wake, he unexpectedly choked on a
Masters.
piece of swan and couldn't be revived.
Мгм.
The old family had a rather odd relationship with animals. That probably explains the theme park and ferret costumes.
Интересно.
Oh, fruitcakes, a lot of them.
Ами, окей, добре, нека да отидем.
Bye.
Goodbye, dear.
Hang on. I remember something else.
Какво? Така се... Откъде и какво се спомня? Това не е
That
притеснително.
was odd. It's
No.
no wonder I've been having nightmares with all this buried in my brain. I definitely need to get to the bottom of what happened 10 years ago. Phew! Look at that queue! It's covered in muffin crumbs. It would probably break. I don't need a pushchair. A 40-year-old photo of the fireplace next door. It's a photo of Fergus Fig. Horatio and Fergus settling a brotherly dispute with a duel, taken moments before Fergus was stabbed in the groin.
In the groin.
The seat has more food on it than the tray. I don't need it. A veritable luncheon graveyard. I don't want any dirty crockery. I think she's eyeing up that last slice of fruitcake. Good luck, love. I think he's actually got to sleep. Great queuing. Just look at that posture. Prime queue position. She must have got here early. Queue here. That's both instructional and prophetic. She's waiting for a customer to make a decision. I suppose that's one way to end that age-old argument. I suppose that's one way. I've never seen so many pairs of unused tongs. There sure is a lot of jam in this town. I've had enough jam. A collection of... Jargon? I'm not spending a tenner on a keyring.
Добре, токто.
She's busy. He's busy. He's busy. She's busy. She's waiting for a customer to make a decision. They've got their own little queue going on. I can't reach them. It's probably just full of free hot drink vouchers. That's I can't access it from this side of the counter.
Napkins, yeah. Pick up.
How could anyone order a tall, skinny, non-fat, soy pumpkin decaf no foam macchiato if I did that?
Pick up napkins.
I haven't spilled anything. The generosity of this town's inhabitants.
Pick up.
There's no point.
Meaning you would if it wasn't?
If you'd seen the other things I've done so far today, you wouldn't need to ask.
Strange
Exactly.
day.
You have
Щяхме да
no
го откраднем,
idea.
да. Юс.
I can't choose between a scone or a scone.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. We've run out of both.
Добре, хайде. Медиа. Естествено, че в кръчмата ще има и лисица, която е strange looking dog. Okay. Look at socket.
It's yellow and manky. That's weird. I didn't think teletext was supported anymore.
It's not. The local topography trapped the signal over a decade ago, and it's been bouncing back and forth over the town ever since, showing the same football scores day in, day out. Luckily, the Figginton Ferrets haven't scored a goal in over 40 years, so it's never been wrong yet.
Дали ще трябва нещо да направим по въпроса?
It looks robust.
I bent my knife on the mash.
Standard issue knife and fork. A smart choice for pie and mash.
A hacksaw and bucket would have been the smarter choice.
Не е американец съм.
I don't need them. It looks robust.
Не бе, пикъп.
I don't want to point.
Добре, I'll look at
He
laptop.
seems to be typing, then deleting it all, then typing again.
Добре.
He doesn't look like he's enjoyed that pie much. That seems like a pretty stupid place for a dartboard.
You're telling me.
Looks like there aren't any great players in the local area. His name badge says Curly. I think he's the owner of the dog. It looks like a pointy cat with big teeth. They don't look healthy. Watery fowl. Contains local pond water. Floaty bits. The beer with chunks.
Floaty bits.
Warm bladder. A tribute to Fergus Fig. That's a long glass. The glass to customer ratio is very much in the glass's favour. He's the lord of the land.
Damn right I am.
Lord of the Land.
They serve calling and fonsters.
За карлинг и не знам още какво.
That glass isn't getting any cleaner. Who's the guy with the dog?
Oh, don't mind him. That's just Curly the caretaker. Don't worry, he can't hear us. He's completely deaf. He worked as a caretaker at that theme park for all of about half an hour. He's the one who discovered the owner's body on the opening night. Works at the local school now, though.
Oh yeah, I didn't recognise him without his plunger.
The kids at the school tease him something chronic, but he's got thick skin.
That's good. At least it doesn't bother him.
No, I mean literally, he has incredibly thick skin. Hands like falconers' gauntlets. Face like a leather knapsack.
Poor guy.
No idea where he got the dog, though. He feeds it on pork scratchings. Lucky for me, no one else has teeth strong enough to eat them.
Who's the guy with the laptop?
He used to work for the police, but now he writes reviews on the parish council's blog. I never read them, though. I don't need some incomer telling me how to think, with his out-of-town taste buds and his fancy foreign wordage.
Foreign wordage. Я да
A
е
pint
тук
of
един
your
нейл,
finest
бе.
ale, please, barkeep.
That ain't gonna happen.
But I have a library card to prove I'm old enough, look.
According to that, you're 76 years old, and a man, and dead. So you're either an underage girl with appalling forgery skills, or a septuagenarian zombie. Either way, you can jog on.
О,
Is
добре.
that a no then?
Sharp as a tack you are.
Добре, окей.
Bye.
Bye then. By the way, don't miss our live music extravaganza later today.
Ooh, what sort of music?
Grungy grime.
You're hosting a live grungy grime extravaganza.
Sorry, no, I just noticed a bit of muck on the floor there. To be honest, I'm not really sure what the music will be like, but the chap has a big bushy beard, so it's bound to be good.
That sound logic?
Факт. Що му е голяма брадата, значи някаква яка музика. Така.
It looks well used. Apart from the coin reward tray. It looks well used. I wouldn't even know where to start. I could go for a game of pool right now.
We don't have a...
Oh, let's save them for the zombie apocalypse then.
Aye, that's the plan.
They wouldn't fit in my bag. It's made of pewter. I can't reach it. It's not mine. Enjoying your lunch?
I literally don't know how to describe it.
Did you used to be a police officer?
Back in a previous life. The name's Woody. I'm a dining critic now. I visit all the local eateries and review them for the parish council.
Is that basically just this pub and the Fig Hall Cafe?
Wait, there's a cafe? Well, that's just doubled my workload.
Why did you swap the police force for food?
Back when I was younger, I trained hard to be accepted into the force. I learned combat, investigative skills, and was even captain of a small team. But I never discovered the true secret of fitting in. Other officers were jealous of my achievements and wanted revenge. That's just the curse of success, I suppose. I had to escape, so I started a new career. That's the end of my tales from the police force. You never know. I may return to it one day, but I'm sure it's changed a lot since I left.
Probably not as much as you'd think.
Maybe. But I've found true happiness
Police
doesn't
quest
come from a
reference?
shiny badge on your chest. It's found at the bottom of a bowl of delicious stew, the middle of a satisfying toasty, the topping on a hot crumble. Unfortunately, I'm yet to find any of those in this town.
Аз много обичам hot crumble с някакъв такъв whipped cream. Apple crumble.
What can you tell me about the Fig Brothers case?
Right now, not a lot. I've got a deadline for the Figgington Parish Council's blog. If I don't get my Pie of the Day review written up soon, it'll be obsolete.
What was in the pie?
It's not so much about the filling. I review the whole experience. The trouble is, recently I've been getting a lot of flack for my reviews. Our readership want their reviews written for locals, by locals. I've lived here for over 10 years, but I still haven't quite got the hang of the provincial dialect. I need to find regional words to put into my reviews, to make them sound more authentically local.
What local words do you need?
Let me see. I need good local words for insipid, leathery, caustic.
Sounds like you've had a roller coaster of a lunch.
In a lot of ways, eating a roller coaster would have been less traumatic. Could you help me source some local expressions for my review? Then I'll tell you what I can about the case.
Okay, fine.
Търси дума за безвкусен още взето.
Where am I supposed to find these local words from?
I don't know. Look around and chat to people, maybe?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure what some of those words even mean.
Sorry, I need to write the rest of my review now. Maybe try a dictionary?
Ха-ха-ха. Наистина това е нещо, което доста често съм правил в миналото, като бях дете и като за първ път ги играех тия игри. С речника е, защото половината думи просто не ги знаеш. Добре. Така.
What
Какво
local
каза?
word?
Let me see.
Безвкусен.
Insipid, leathery,
Leathery.
caustic.
Аха. Окей. Сода каустик. Добре. Добре.
Bye.
Bye.
Нали, не дейте сода каустик, защото ще изгорите. Токто.
Can you help me out with some local words?
Well, so you can help Egon Ronnie over there slag off our pies? No chance.
Аха.
Bye.
Bye then.
Hello.
I wouldn't bother. He's hardly spoken a word in 10 years.
Fascinating.
Not really.
No, I suppose it isn't. Hey, girl.
Едно куче било.
I have a happier soul now, but a smellier hand.
Това мириш на куче. Ако да го правиш.
An empty glass. She's not. That doesn't need its flesh. I wonder what sumptuous creations emerge from there. I don't want to. There are weird smells coming from the kitchen.
Добре, айде да ходим да питаме за думи.
I'm looking.
You mean like loitering?
I'll ask someone else.
Не.
Anything?
No, none of it's new, but there have been some more we.
Bye.
See ya.
Какво е това, Шапки и пара.
Hello again.
Wow, this day just keeps getting better. What do you want now?
Еде,
What are you doing?
What does it look
защо така
like?
грубиян, бе?
Removing my brother's handiwork?
What? Not funny. I'm trying to get this bloody graffiti off the front of my shop.
At least it's only a short name.
Oh, this is just the tip of the filthberg. Some little scroats broke in through my storeroom window and scribbled all over me walls. It's going to take me hours to get it all off.
Cool. Can I go in and take a look?
Whatever, just don't nick anything. I've left Dirty Harry in charge.
Чакайте малко. Мерси за лърка, огънче. Така, извиняйте, написаха. Домоуправителя ми е писал нещо, така.
What did they write on your walls?
Go in and see for yourself. I don't even know what half of it means.
I need to find some local words.
Well, there are plenty sprayed all over me
Да,
shop
да, да,
walls.
точно.
What are you using to get the graffiti off?
Bubblegum fruity shooty.
Figures.
Окей, я да видим.
I'll just leave you to it. It smells like bubble gum. He's using it to clean the walls. I kind of feel bad giving it to that small child now. I don't need any clean. I don't need a whole. An empty glass.
Oi, who said you could go in there?
Your boss said it was okay.
Fair enough, I believe you.
Really? You're quite the Inquisition.
Аха. Чакайте се. Само това ли е?
I think they use it in emergencies when the toilet's out of action. Wow, someone's had a really bad time in here. There's tons of stuff here. Bernard Mayhew's chicken drumsters. Shouldn't these be in the freezer? I don't really want any of this stuff. I'll read a bit that isn't covered up. My sister is a spongoose. I recognise that handwriting.
Здрастите, добре дошъл.
Flump the police. This shop smells like wee. Can't argue with that. Brian hates tits. He probably hates people who steal cameras too by now. Figgington sucks bottoms. Ne'er a truer word was scrawled. Lloyd is all cockles. That's definitely false advertising. Genuine dead rat pelts. The shopkeeper sure knows how to cover up in style. There's even more graffiti behind it.
А какво?
I can't reach the hook. I can't reach.
Yes.
I don't need to dig. It's designed for.
Не.
Ah, the shopkeeper sure knows how. There's even more graffiti.
More графити behind it. Как да го махнем, бе?
No! I'll read a bit that isn't covered. My sister.
Добре.
Looks like he's been promoted. You're very trusting, aren't you?
Oh, I think I'm clever enough to spot a dishonest customer when I see one.
Естествено.
Your staff toilet's a mess.
It wasn't me.
Can you help me with some local words?
Words aren't really my thing. I'm a man of action.
In charge at last, I see.
I knew my time would come. Just don't go giving stuff away, that's what he said. Pfft, do I look like a complete idiot?
Да.
Your boss also said I could have a free lolly too.
Oh really? Is that right? Well, if the boss said so, why don't you just help yourself? Sorry, did that come across as sarcastic? Seriously, just take one if you want it.
Okay.
How did your boss like your new pricing structure?
He wasn't keen, bless him. I don't think he's great at numberology.
Numberology.
Still got the pricing gun?
Yeah, I don't want anyone messing with me.
I suppose no one wants a price on their head.
Bam!
Bye. Okay. Turnip puffs. I'm not hungry for puffs.
И защо може ли да говорим?
I don't need to talk to it.
Чакай, pick up.
It's not raining.
Pick up walking stick.
I don't need a walking stick yet.
Добре.
It's made of wood and has a rubber thing on its bottom.
Навсякъде има
It's the
тези.
same as the one at Fig Hall. I guess we can add kleptomaniac to my mother's list of disturbing conditions. Why would I need to... How are you feeling?
Like a jammy husk.
Sorry about the jam.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've not felt that close to God for years.
Can you help me out with some local words?
I'll try.
Do you know a local word for insipid?
Not really. I remember having a drink at the Fig Hall Cafe once that certainly fitted that bill, though.
Добре.
Do you know a local word for leathery?
I'm afraid not, my child.
Do you know a local word for caustic?
I think I'd prefer not to think about things like that right now.
Добре.
That's all for now.
Okay, good luck finding
Явно,
your
защото много
words.
изгаря.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Сладкото, което му направихме.
Do you know...
Sounds like every cup of tea I've had in the past 10 years.
Добре.
Do you know a good...
I used to know a chap with a face like that.
Аха.
Do you know a good way to describe something caustic?
What? Like toilet cleaner? Sorry, can't help you there.
Bye.
Аха.
I love this game. If I want to play, I should probably chat to the guy. And at the moment, he looks up to his eyeballs in something else. Hello. I'm looking for some local words.
Sorry, I'm not.
Thanks for the...
You're welcome. I hope it inspires the dream baker in you.
Разбира се.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Чакай малко, това мога ли нещо?
That is not... No, thank you. For those happy to sacrifice their molars, there's a free choking hazard inside. Apparently, this one has a free badge inside. Personally, I'd rather keep all my teeth.
Ние тук не сме влизали, аз се
That
забравям.
toilet ain't getting any cleaner. Can you help me out?
Sure, whatever. Once I get this God, it smells horrible.
That scrubby looks like hard work.
It's awful. This purple stuff won't come off however hard I scrub. The problem is these cheap council issue cleaning products. I need something more caustic to get this off.
What kind of cleaner do you need?
Something, anything. As long as it's caustic enough to get this shite off.
Добре. Може би тук трябва да говорим с...
Having fun in.
Just, the vicar really did a number on this toilet. There's weird purple...
Bye. No outdoor.
Okay.
Imagine all the dirty secrets hidden in there.
You're not wrong. The vicar's got a whole drawer to himself.
Imagine all the dirty secrets. Police auction today. What kind of crimes involve a cup of tea?
You've obviously never been around when someone puts the milk in first.
Monsters. What kind of crimes involve a cup of tea?
You've obviously never been around when someone puts the milk in first.
Monsters. What kind of crime?
You've
Monster. What kind of...
You've obviously never...
Monsters. Looks like they were expecting a slightly larger turnout. I don't have enough money to bid with.
Oh. Well, come back when you've got some. With this pathetic amount of interest, I'm sure we won't be starting without you.
Assorted case files.
No touching. If you want to see inside it, you'll have to bid for it.
Значи сме те. Може да залагаш на доказателства.
It's a pirated video game about pirates. Cool. Cool megaphone. It's for the auction. Who has room for boxed video games these days? It's for the auction. It's a perfect for police interviews. '80s music, so weird.
Okay.
Who has room for boxed video? It's a box full of...
Stolen boxes.
I've had enough of...
Pick up...
I don't need an...
Yes.
No. It's full of stuff. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
How does this auction work?
Just take a seat when you're ready and start bidding. Minimum bid is £1, though.
Okay.
Do you know any good local words?
Like what?
Insipid.
I don't know any local words for it. I've only really heard that referred to drinks.
Actually, don't worry about it.
I wasn't really.
Bye.
Goodbye, goodbye.
It's a cheap... I'd rather not. Sweet clouds. It's designed for all. I don't have any money.
Ah, ja.
If I want to play, I should probably... And at the moment, he looks up to his eyeballs in something else. Hello, Miss Ham. Shh. Do you have a dictionary?
We should have a copy of the Oxford English Dictionary in stock. It can be retrieved using the bibliothèque.
I'm looking for some local equivalents to normal words.
Really? Like what?
Insipid.
I'm not sure, dear. Maybe a book would help you.
Yeah.
Leathery.
Nothing.
Caustic.
Sorry.
Never mind. Bye.
Shh.
Welcome, Edmund. What would you... Goodbye, Ed.
It needs a membership card. I should probably return the book I'm borrowing first. This card is for library system.
Я да видим сега. A dictionary. Well.
I don't need to look that up. I don't need to look that.
Кой каза ползвай Dictionary, бе? Те с този исках да говоря заради...
Mind if I borrow your fruity shooty?
What the hell for?
I know someone who needs a good corrosive cleaner.
Well, there's none better than this stuff. Take it, I've got loads more in the shop anyway.
Thanks. I'm getting through a lot of these today.
Не сме били.
Are you any good on local terminology?
What's that, young wimple snuffer?
That's a yes then. What's a good local word meaning insipid?
I'm not sure what that means. Have you got a dictionary?
Да.
Actually, I do. It says it's something weak, tasteless and lacking flavour.
I see. Weak with no taste, eh? Sounds just like the cafe's herbal tea selection to me. Why don't you ask the dinner lady next door?
Okay.
Thanks. What about leathery? Any ideas there?
Not really.
I need a local...
I've lived a long life already.
Never mind. Bye. Thanks for the tip-off about the police officer.
No problem. I hope he was helpful.
That remains to be seen. I need some help with the local vernacular.
Oh, go on.
What's a good...
I'm not sure, dear. You might have to...
How?
Oh, like my husband.
Harsh, but possibly, yeah.
I'd call him Frank.
was marginally less helpful than I was hoping for.
Okay.
Do you...
Frank.
Oh, harsh.
I'd call.
That was Do you...
Frank.
Never mind. Bye. She's busy. He's busy. I hear you offer a selection of herbal teas.
We do, but no one ever orders them. They taste slightly less exciting than hot water. Proper gnatcock, if you ask me.
Come again?
Gnatcock. You know, weak,
Gnatcock.
with bugger all flavour.
Аха, ето
Great
научихме
word,
думата.
thank you.
Do you want any
Gnatcock.
tea or not?
Не.
No.
Не
Thanks
искаме
anyway.
надкок.
Do you know anything about the fig case?
Unless you're talking about an actual case of actual figs. No.
Can you help me?
Only if you're ordering.
What should I order?
It's more than my job's worth to start recommending anything in this place.
Окей.
Bye.
See you later.
Така, дайте сега да отидем да му дадем...
Here, try this. I have it on good authority that it's the most caustic cleaner around.
Thanks, I'll give it a try. Wow, this stuff's so gruntious. I'll have it
Gruntious.
sparkling in no time.
Gruncious.
Yeah, corrosive whilst at the same time disconcertingly sweet.
Good
Окей.
word. Thanks.
Добре. Окей. Ледър е този... този е ледър.
I think he's the owner of the dog. The landlord was right. Hello.
I wouldn't bother. He's hardly spoke.
Fascinating.
Not really.
No. Who's the guy?
I don't mind him. Thick as skin for my... And that dog can chew through pretty much anything.
Who's the guy?
I don't mind him. Thick as skin for miles around. And that dog can chew through...
Bye.
Bye then.
I think I have a new
Great. Let's hear.
Okay.
gnatcock. Apparently, it means something weak and tasteless.
Ooh, great. That describes the sauce perfectly.
Grunctious. It means corrosive yet disconcertingly sweet.
That is exactly the feeling I have in my mouth right now.
Nice. What local...
Let me see. I need... leathery.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't need to look that. I don't need to look that up. I don't need to look that. It looks like a pointy cat with big teeth.
Как да махнем...
Ah, genuine dead rat pelt. The shop... Lizzie.
Някакъв начин мога ли...
I don't need to dig that.
Не. То...
He's been through enough. It's designed for oral use. I don't need to look. I'll save him for my dream box. An empty glass. That doesn't need... Chapter 3. I'm already wearing it. Poor little things must be starving.
Какво? А!
Wow, they made short work of that. Curly has a face like a crumplish swan anus. Judging by what the pub landlord said about Curly's face, I guess crumplish must mean thick and leathery. I love a good local adjective. I must remember to tell Woody about it.
Okay.
He doesn't look like he... I think I have a new...
Great. Let's...
Crumplish. I think it means thick and leathery, and also possibly like a swan's anus.
Oh, good work. That'll describe the texture perfectly.
I must remember to never eat here.
Right. Let's get this published to the blog. Done. Okay. What do you need to know?
Can you tell me about...
Oh, sure. It all started 10 years ago. It was my first week on the force when we got an anonymous tip-off about the body. We brought the victim's brother in for questioning, but had to let him go due to a lack of evidence. That night, he skipped town. And when we searched the hall, he'd hidden an antique sword with his fingerprints on the hilt and Fergus's blood on the blade. Then there were the DNA traces found at the scene. It was pretty compelling, I suppose, and the chief was convinced that he'd done it.
What do you think?
This was something the chief and I argued over. Something just didn't add up. When we interviewed him, he seemed in complete shock and apparently gave us another lead. But his interview cassette went missing, and the chief was convinced of his guilt. It's all irrelevant now anyway. They dispose of old case files after 10 years, so any possible leads will be gone too.
Is there any way I could get hold of one of those case files? I could do with getting to the bottom of this.
Actually, I think they're running an auction at the village fete today. They're probably selling some old kitten evidence. You never know. You might get lucky.
Great, thank you. What can you tell me about the police chief?
He moved away recently after splitting up with his wife. If you ask me, it was his obsession with this case that pushed them apart. She's still around. I saw her walk past carrying a box of his old things a few weeks ago. No idea where he is now. Could be on the other side of the world.
Bye.
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 Bye then.
Better not. How did the toilet cleaning go?
That pink gruncher stuff worked like a charm, thanks.
Please, can I have a go?
Go for it. It's free now anyway.
How come it's free?
We were charging £1 a go, but some old dear wanted a turn and dropped her purse in the mud. Then the cash all fell out of her purse. Then she slipped and fell on top of the cash. Then the mallet slipped and fell on top of her. We stopped charging in case she tried to sue us or something. The vicar's looking after her now, although I'm not sure who's looking after him.
What money did she drop?
No idea. The tits came and picked up most of it. Anything else will be under all this mud. If you see her, tell her not to sue me, alright?
Okay.
Can I have a go at Goosey Wallet?
Sure. Do you want me to explain the rules to you?
Yeah, go on then.
1. Touch the goose to make it spin. 2. Throw your mallet and try to hit it on the head. If you wait until it's spinning too slowly, your throw won't count. If you manage 3 wallops in a row, you get a prize. But budgets were cut this year, so it's only 1 prize per customer. Do you want me to repeat the rules?
Дрими, добре дошъл. В случай, че Не си чул правилата на играта, сега само заради тебе ще ги повторим.
Yeah, go on then.
1. Touch the goose to make it spin. 2. Throw your mallet and try to hit it on the head. If you wait until it's spinning too slowly, your throw won't count. If you manage 3 wallops in a row, you get a prize. But budgets were cut this year, so it's only 1 prize per customer. Do you want me to repeat the rules?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a seasoned goose walloper.
Fair enough. Let's wallop.
Okay.
That's all your spins for this go. How did you do?
I didn't manage a single wallop.
Hey,
Трябва по
I
някакъв начин
thought
да
you said
читнем.
you were good at this. Fancy another go?
No, I'm all walloped out for now.
Fair enough.
Поред мен е...
It's a cheap knockoff of another game. I'd rather not.
Мът.
No outdoor event would be the same without it.
Ами те английските пари... Чакайте да не спря стрима. Не. Никел, брас, брас. После ще пробваме с брас.
I wonder if I need to tweak the detector's settings. Ooh, I just found a pound.
Намерихме паринка. Добре.
Ooh, a whole pound.
Дали ще намерим още нещо, не знае, но нека да отидем тук така.
I'm not qualified. Bye.
Ето тук ето.
Wow, what happened to you?
That
Ето
idiot
е
in the
паднал чука на
goosey
главата.
wallop stall dropped a ruddy great mallet on me.
Maybe he thought you were a goose.
I used to be a champion walloper in my day. I
Oh,
went
yeah?
down to the fay to show that goose what for, but I dropped my purse. I slipped in the mud, and the lights went out. Bloody steward.
What money
What
did you
money
do?
did you drop?
Not a lot, just a bit of brass.
Аха,
Brass.
You know,
Money вече го
pound
изкопахме.
coins. I wouldn't mind betting the tits have picked most of it up by now. I should sue that steward, you know, parading around like Timmy Bloody Mallet.
Не
The
де бе.
steward said not to sue him.
I bet he did, little upstart.
I think he's at least 50 years old.
I knew him when he was in nappies. He was a silly little prat then, and he's an even bigger prat now.
I'll tell him not to get his hopes up. Bye.
Айде да ходим тогава. Е, тук. Така. Yes.
Don't just give me the money. You need to bid first.
Okay.
Assorted case files. I don't want to waste my only pound. Assorted case.
Пак да биднем.
Looks like there are only a couple of items left. I don't want to run the...
Какво?
Right. Is everybody ready for the auction to begin?
Добре, айде.
I said, is everybody ready for the auction to begin?
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, first up is this fine semi-automatic rifle behind me. What am I bid? £10 to start? Do I see 10 at the back of the room? 5. Do I hear 5? 3 then. Do I have 3? Back in the room for £2. £1 it is.
I have £1.
Is that a bid from the young lady who presumably has a gun license at the front?
No, I guess not.
Fine. I'll just put it down as unsold, like everything else today. Right. Last item. A large box containing all the evidence from the Fergus Fig murder investigation. Shall we just dispense with the theatre this time? What have you got?
£1.
I suppose it'll buy me a twax bar at the shop. Going. Gone. Sold to the young girl with the already bulging rucksack at the front for £1.
Yay!
To say that today has been grossly unprofitable would be an understatement. I'm going on a break.
Okay.
That'll be £1, please. Thank you. Don't, touch the guns and stuff, alright?
Разбира се,
Wouldn't
няма
dream of
проблем.
it.
Atta girl.
Okay.
Right, let's have a rummage in that box. There's loads of stuff in here, all bagged up. It's information that I'm after, though. Ah, here's the case file. Let's take a look
Okay.
inside. It looks like some of the pages are missing. It doesn't even tell me the date of the murder.
Нещо
It
криминално
has
има.
the details of 2 crucial pieces of evidence, though. The DNA sample found at the scene, and the sword with blood on the blade and fingerprints on the handle. I agree, it's pretty compelling. But something tells me there's more to it. It mentions Horatio's interview recorded on the night of the murder. Shame the interview cassette's not here too. I bet that would shed some more light on the case. I wonder if I can discover what happened to it. According to the coroner's report, the murder weapon was a sharp blade exactly like the one found hidden at Fig Hall. It appears that Horatio had attempted to hide it up the chimney. There's a photo of the scene, and you can even see the dried blood on the blade. Forensic analysis confirmed Horatio's fingerprints on the hilt, and that the blood was 100% matched for his brother Fergus. This photo reminds me of one I've seen somewhere before. According to the murder weapon, it appears there's a forensic and that this photo.
Само те двете ли са? Добре.
Apparently, the DNA sample was hair retrieved from the fist of the victim. It looks like Fergus yanked a clump of it off his attacker. The DNA match to Horatio was 89%, with a 99.9% likelihood that it belonged to a close blood relative or sibling. So it was definitely a close family member. I wonder if there's anyone else who fits the bill. I'll ask around.
От тези работи тук.
According to the murder.
Не, мисля, че... Gate интервю, касет...
Perfect for police interviews. What kind of crimes involved? There's nothing else in there worth having. Къде да намерим обаче да касет? Не.
Не знам. Но тук приключваме този епизод и в следващия ще разберем как се развива мистерията. Така, правим едно сейвче. И на всички в YouTube до нови срещи.